And here we are again, back for My Little Pony's 8th season. Let's get things started with School Days. Taking place immediately after the events of the movie, the friendship map has expanded to cover regions outside of Equestria. And to spread the knowledge and magic of friendship all around, Twilight decides to open a school for all creatures to come and learn from. But her plans may end up being undone by a need to follow a book of very specific rules. This 2-part season premiere is written by Mike Vogel and Nicole Dubuc, who joins the show's staff as both a writer and story editor for this season alongside Josh Haber. While this is her first time writing for the show itself, she does have some experience writing for MLP with Ponyville Mysteries, a series of chapter books also co-written by Mike Vogel. I haven't read these books myself, so I don't know exactly what Nicole's writing style is like, but on the strength of this episode, I think the new season is in good hands, as School Days started off in impressive and intriguing style. As aforementioned, the story picks up instantly where the movie left off, and while it's both important and great to see the episode acknowledge and establish this continuity, albeit very hurriedly, it does inherently create a potential flaw, since it assumes that you saw the film in between seasons. I can't imagine there are too many avid fans and followers of the series who still haven't seen it, but if by chance it has slipped past you, then fortunately, this episode doesn't make things too confusing or spoilery. As Twilight prepares to open her school, she must first get it accredited by the Equestria Education Association, who insist that everything must be run exactly by their book to meet the approval of Chancellor Naysay, played by Maurice LaMarche. A voice acting mainstay since the 1980s, it is fantastic to see the legendary voice behind the brain and 2-time Emmy Award-winning portrayal of Kif from Futurama, among many others, make his way into Friendship is Magic, and as expected, he delivers a top-notch performance here, even if his character is hardly an appealing one. Wearing what looks like Doctor Strange cosplay, the Chancellor isn't just a stern, hard-nosed opponent for Twilight, he also proves to be closed-minded and racially insensitive towards all creatures other than ponies. The students introduced in this episode include a laid-back pony named Sandbar, a sarcastic griffin named Gallus, a spirited but clumsy yak named Yona, a snarky dragon named Smolder, a shy changeling named Acellus, and a super excitable hippogriff sea pony hybrid named Silverstream. While it's a bit too soon to pick any definite favourites, I think I would have to say that I liked Silverstream the most, but the narrative does a fine job at giving them all enjoyable personalities, as well as forming a convincing and likeable group dynamic between them. One notable sequence shows how their new friendships have quickly grown to share a few parallels to the main sixes, based on the lessons they've learned from them.
Of course, we want to instill a sense of loyalty towards others. We encourage acts of generosity and kindness.
Figured we shouldn't be the only ones enjoying the view.
Yes, not best at flying! An appreciation for the value of laughter. Flying is best! Congratulations, Yoda! You are officially the weirdest thing I've seen so far!
What do you say, Ocellus? Can you be weirder than a flying yak?
The concept of opening a school where all creatures can learn about friendship is a very compelling one with a lot of potential. And having gone from being a student to a one-to-one teacher, it's also the next logical step for Twilight. For the rest of the main six though, that's a different matter. While their own elements and friendships with each other do give them plenty of knowledge to pass on to the students, none of them have any real teaching experience. Not to mention that they do all have other jobs and commitments. It's still early days though, and I am curious to see how this will play out in future episodes. However, Starlight proves to be a perfect choice for a guidance counsellor. Things get out of hand to the point where Naysay, already unimpressed with its progress, closes the school down, leading Twilight to fall into a state of depression and isolation. Starlight then brilliantly persuades her mentor to stand up for her school, encouraging her to not let one governing body decide how she should run it, but instead write and follow her own rules because it's something unique and meaningful to her. Seeing her smack the EEA book into the water is a definite highlight. There's a couple of songs here as well titled The School of Friendship and Friendship Always Wins. And while neither of them are likely to be considered classics, they are both cheerful and pleasant melodies that fit very nicely with the episode's themes and settings. The latter is followed by the show once again humorously poking fun at itself, when Ember reacts by stating that she'll let Smolder return to the school as long as they stop singing. Although a bit heavy-handed with its execution, the episode nonetheless delivers strong moral lessons about the importance of cultural respect and inclusion, as well as standing up for your own beliefs. With plenty here to make it a very enjoyable watch, and a promising start to this season and its primary arc, School Daze may not be one of the better premieres, but I still liked it enough to give it a gold star score of 8.
And friendship always wins at the end of the day.
So that was my review, and as always, I'd love to know your thoughts on the episode, so please feel free to let me know in the comments. Until next time, thank you as always for watching, and keep shining on, every pony!